Hey Brian, now if you're watching this, you're probably about 35 by now, so congrats on making it there. It's really exciting. It's hard to imagine being that old because, of course, I'm not yet, but hey, everyone's got to get there. So, I'm excited to have this opportunity to kind of see and talk about kind of my vision, my goals in my life goals more than anything. And it's cool to have the opportunity to talk to myself in 10 years. And hopefully I watch this and, I see where I've come from and kind of understand how I've accomplished those goals. And, we don't look back nearly enough, in my opinion, to see where we've come from. We're always so focused on where we're going. Right now, I want to focus on where we're going. But in 10 years, I hope I can watch this and see where I've been and see what I've built on. And life just keeps getting more and more exciting. It's at its best stages right now for me, and I can only imagine it's going to get better. And I really hope in 10 years that I've made the most of everything that I have right now, and I've built upon it rather than falling back. And so, it's really, really exciting to see how my life goals are going to turn out. And a couple of those goals, goals are important, and a vision and a future for yourself is really important. And I'm really excited to know where I'm going to end up. And so some of those goals, what are my interests? I would really like to be a contractor. And that's one of my goals, is to become a contractor and be an entrepreneur and start my own contracting business and hopefully build that into a home building business depending on the market. That's one of my life goals. And I really hope within 10 years I've made a dent in that. I do plan to have a contractor's license, and I do plan to have a team working under me, and being able to show, that work and effort I've put in now. Me, my wife and I, live, of course. Her and I have been working as hard as we can, scraping for the last 5 years to make it possible to start buying a few more properties and, start investing and start to make that steady flow of cash coming into our lives to give us the opportunity to start working on the other parts of our lives that we would really, really like to improve on. And one of those is starting a business. You have to have money to start a business, and I can't be working a 9 to 5 all the time. And so starting that contracting business, having these investment properties is really going to help. And so that's one of those goals is I'd like to have several, if not 20, rental properties within the next 10 years, which is very feasible, as well as those, a crew or somebody working under me as a contractor, and being able to subcontract to people, whether it be flipping homes, finishing basements, finishing, accessory apartments, building detached garages, whatever it is. And hopefully I'm even breaking into the home building. And so those are kind of some of the goals that I'd really like to set and build momentum towards. And I hope that some of the things I'm doing now that I'm doing with my wife, that we're able to build the momentum to reach these little more grand goals, And so, as a future boss, as a future entrepreneur, there's a lot of different characteristics that I need to start working on or need to start noticing even more than anything. And that's kind of dependent on what kind of leader I'd like to be. And I really, really hope that 10 years from now, I am a true, authentic leader. Now, that's the kind of leadership that I really look forward to being a part of. Because, an authentic leader is somebody who is really, really focused on other people and is a very genuine and morally bound person. And that's kind of what I'm striving for. Now, I hope in 10 years that I have that sincerity to look at the values and beliefs of those who work with me and be able to help them find that balance within their workplace, to feel that their values are being respected as well as their lives are being respected. Everyone's a family. Everyone's got their own sort of relationships that they're trying to uphold and build, and everyone's got their own, hopes, worries, beliefs, everything. And it's really important for a leader, somebody who is a figure that has the ability to help other people. It's really important for me to notice those needs and those values and those beliefs and help those people work towards, achieving their goals and achieving their personal accomplishments that they wish to achieve. And so I really hope that I have, made a part of my life dedicated to being an authentic leader. And now being in the construction world, being a contractor, that's really, really nice to know that field. It doesn't really necessarily have a huge group of people that I'm working with. I may have a small crew that I work with, and those few people, having a smaller crew makes it more, more feasible to be a true, authentic leader. If I was in a big corporate building with a bunch of, hundreds and hundreds of employees, thousands even, I'm not going to be able to get to know them all personally, and that's hard. And I can hope to do that with my own management team, and then they do it with their own people. But in reality, I'd really like to get to know the people that I work closest with, and whether that's the people who work under me or the people I work with. As a contractor, you work with other subcontractors, and it's important to get to know them and form relationships and be an authentic leader. Be someone that they can look to and say, what, he cares. He cares about how I feel, and he cares about where I'm going, and he's going to take care of us, and so we're going to take care of him. And it comes back around. Everything comes back around, and that's what appeals to me most about being an authentic leader, is that there's really no losing in that situation. People will learn to respect you as well as you build respect for yourself, and in reality, that's all I can hope for in life, is that I can be an authentic person as well as an authentic leader. And it's kind of funny that all these goals that I've set, I've already started to manifest in my life. We've earned money. I'm going through school. I have it in my books to get that contractor's license here soon, and I'm really hoping that I'm able to do that here within the next year, be done with school, have my degree, and be able to start that business and get the ball rolling. So that in 10 years from now, I know, hey, I did that, I accomplished that goal, and I really hope that, it's going. The ball doesn't stop rolling. I hope it keeps going, and I hope that you're able to set 10 years from that point, more goals. That you still have goals that you're trying to achieve, and maybe you make another video. Maybe you redo this assignment in 10 years from now and be able to look at it when you're 45, and then do the same thing again. There's always going to be goals, and we want to keep that ball rolling, and I really hope that I don't stop. And that's kind of the thing, is I've been able to manifest these different goals through my life by action. That's what manifesting those goals really is to me, is manifesting is the action involved. And so, getting that contractor's license, going through school, that is one of the things that I've done to manifest my goals. Where I want to become, or what I want to become, and where I want to be wouldn't be possible without that. It's built me in character and knowledge. It's also given me opportunities, and those are things that I've done to help manifest these goals. Now, aside from manifesting the goals, being an authentic leader is about being authentic, of course. And I think it's really interesting that in this assignment they're asked about how are we becoming ourselves? Now, becoming yourself is kind of a silly question, but you know what? This last year I've had a baby, and in the last 5 years I've gotten married, and I've done service for a church. I've done so many things that have helped me discover who I am, and I'm starting to understand that a little bit more, about what it is to become yourself, and to understand how I'm becoming myself. And I think I'm becoming a person that I enjoy. If I would have looked back 10 years from now, me in high school maybe, and I look back and I think, if it were me standing on the outside, would I have liked who I was? And I can say that honestly and sincerely now. If I were a third-party observer, I would like who I am. I would like the person I've become, and I've enjoyed watching myself become the person I am. It's a joy to have children. It's a joy to have a wife. It's a joy to live in a society where I'm able to provide for my family, and I'm able to have a job, and I love the work I do. And it's a joy to see myself becoming a person that can accomplish these goals that I'm setting, and that has the potential to become a contractor, an entrepreneur, the different things that I want to be. I have that potential, and I enjoy seeing myself become that person, and I'm loving the process. I'm loving getting to that point. And all of this is great, and all of this is well and done, but you got to do the little things to get to that point. And I hope that those little goals, the day-to-day things, the nitty-gritty stuff, waking up early, getting to things on time, paying your bills, doing the small things that get you to that point, I hope that those are the things that I don't slip up on. Big goals may come and go, and I hope that maybe in these 10 years I've been able to reach some of these, if not all of them, or maybe I've changed a little bit, and then maybe I've made different goals, but I hope I accomplish those goals through the small little things that I'm going to do. And as the last little bit of this assignment, we were asked to think of somebody that we really look up to as a leader. And there's a lot of physical leaders, real leaders in this world that I look up to, and a lot of different people that I know of. But as a nerd, I'd have to say one of my favorite people, leadership figures specifically, would be Gandalf the Grey, from the movie Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, the Tolkien series, and I'd have to say the reason behind that is because he truly exemplifies uh, what authentic leadership is. Authentic leadership to him is caring about other people. He's a wizard. He's all powerful. He's got everything he needs, and he could be like Saruman, and he could sit in a tower and pretend to be wise, but never really depart that wisdom upon anybody that needs it. Instead, Gandalf's out there with the hobbits, the people that aren't usually considered important, and he's helping them. He's gathering together a crew to go do something of misfits and people from different backgrounds, and he's making them work together, and he's helping them. He's looking out for them, and he's serving as an authentic leader. And I really find that interesting that somebody with so much power can be such an authentic person. And that's kind of what I hope to be. I may not have that power, that prestige, or that authority, but I hope that one day, if I am a leader, I'm able to get down and do the grunt work and keep working with the people who may not be at where I'm at right there. They may not be in management positions, but they're important. Their values matter, and I've always thought that Gandalf really personified that. Now, I'm really glad that I had this opportunity to talk to you, and I really hope that I see this video 10 years from now, and that I've reached some of these goals. Talk to you later, Brian.